What's up, everybody? It's the 40th episode of the NFC East show. And we are broadcasting live on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and all the other social medias that we got out there. And we're just fresh off a Tuesday night football. I know that
Yeah.
one of us is happy about that.
Hey, we actually played a lot better than I expected.
Yeah. All right, thank you. Appreciate it. You just screamed in my ear.
You know, you
I got
called
it
it
at
too.
everybody. But see, now this is better to look at. He's better to look at. She's better to look at.
I got boobs.
See what happens here? It gets crazy here at Dolan's Bar. And we're all excited here because the Eagles are going to make the playoffs.
Right. Spank those Redskins. They needed it.
Exactly.
Put them in their place. Well, thank you, Jamie.
There we go. So now that we got that, come on, Joe. Come on, Joe. Joe wants to come in here. He's all hurt. He's all hurt. He's all hurt.
All right, is he going to give you a kiss too? I mean,
no kisses.
Right
No
on the
kisses
lips.
from Joe.
Okay.
No kisses from Joe.
Okay. All right.
We're not supposed to talk about that.
It happened one time.
You know. Well, he's a merchant marine, so
Philly was young and he needed the money. We don't judge. We don't judge at all.
$20 is $20.
$20 is
Hey,
$20.
$20.
Wow. Only took 2 minutes to get there. Only took 2 minutes, and that's what she said.
So, anyways, let's real quickly since we started off on a great foot. Let's go ahead and start. Before we start talking about next week, they just came out just a few minutes ago, the Pro Bowl selections for both the AFC and the NFC. And we're going to start off right from the bottom of the list because the bottom of the list was let me do this.
Mike Glennon, right? Mike Glennon.
Oh, well, that's, I heard that Mike Glennon is definitely not on the team.
Yeah.
But he was a consideration for the toilet bowl team.
Well, I don't know if you guys heard. He did get Defensive Player of the Week. He did get AP Defensive Player of the Week.
Hey, listen, you know what? We'll get into that in a minute because I got some questions for you there, Sneaky. But Washington had two linemen chosen, Jonathan Allen and Brandon Schriff, an interior lineman and a guard chosen. It's Schriff's fifth Pro Bowl. And Jonathan Allen's first one. The one that really surprised me that also got chosen, which I'm going to mention this name, and I'm sure you're not going to be happy about it, Trent Williams. Wasn't he a Washington guy for a long, long time?
He was, and Bruce Allen kind of screwed that up. So, thanks, Bruce.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, just wanted to make sure. I wanted to shove that in, rub that in there a little bit. Yeah. And, of course, the best center in the NFL was chosen, Jason Kelce, along with big play Darius Slay. The Cowboys had a couple people make it, but we don't count the punter and stuff like that. Those guys are all weak sauce, so we don't really care. And since True Blue wasn't able to make it today, it's like blah blah blah. Let's see, who did they? Yeah, just because I feel like I got to. The punter, Byron Anger, Trayvon Diggs, who's actually having a pretty decent season. Zach Martin. Tyron Smith, both of them, that's their 7th and 8th Pro Bowls. And some guy, Micah Parsons. I don't know that he's even that good.
Yeah, he's all right.
Anyways, that all being said.
What's your questions? What we got?
So I'm going back, and I was watching the game, obviously, because our game wasn't being played, like it could have been, because I don't know if anybody even came off of the COVID list for Washington.
There was like
Yeah,
Three
I
players.
think there was
Allen,
a couple of
couple
people,
of
but it wasn't
yeah.
anything special.
No.
Um, so it looked to me like the Giants were moving the ball a little bit,
Hmm.
and that the quarterback was part of the problem.
Yep.
And once you got into the third quarter and you saw that the quarterback was really the problem, why didn't they switch up like at the beginning of the fourth quarter rather than wait till 3 minutes left
Yeah.
The last
Yeah.
drive.
to see the guy
Yeah.
actually make a little bit of headway? I mean, he was actually doing pretty good. I thought that the defense played pretty well for you guys and was
Yeah.
holding
For the most
Dallas,
part. Yeah. Yeah.
and that again, this was a coaching thing. I felt that it was a coaching thing. That again, the coaching staff for the Giants screwed the pooch
Yep.
and didn't bring him in faster, and because of that, you guys didn't have the opportunities.
Yeah.
You
They
know.
should have
You know.
brought him
You
in.
you're asking the $1 million question. Um. Um. Glenn. To be fair, Glenn should have not have started. Mike Glenn should not have started against the Dallas Cowboys. Now I don't know why Jones or whoever. We don't even have an offensive coordinator, so I'm going to say Jones, not Jones. Judge did not want to. I guess did not want to put him in. Um, uh, I guess in the Dallas defense. I don't know. I'm trying to think here. I'm trying to think the way Judge would think. Maybe he felt in some ways Glennon gave him the best option to win, which we all knew that wasn't going to be the case. When I knew Glenn was going to start and Jones wasn't going to play, I knew Jones wasn't going to come back. I knew they were gonna shut him down for the year. That I knew. Now, um, with From, I don't know why we didn't start him at least the second half. You're right.
Yeah.
At least the second half. Throw the kid in. Let's see what he could do. But here's a tidbit. Glennon played up until Fromm came in, and he had what, 92 yards, 96 yards passing. Fromm came in, for 3 minutes or whatever, and he had 82 yards passing. Now, I don't know if that's indicative of what he would have done throughout the game, but just that little sample. I mean, maybe by that time the Cowboys were resting their starters. I don't know. I don't know. But I really hope Judge starts from this week. I'm not saying he's the future. Just give
See
us a
what he
better,
got.
yeah. Just give us another look, because Glennon, we have seen it. We have seen Glennon enough. David Tyree, shout out. He tweeted, "That's enough of Mike Glennon," and I agree. I
You've been
agree.
married 20 years. I'm not even fucking
Well,
married.
it.
Been married
I mean, I had seen enough from him at the half.
Yeah.
The third quarter though, you bring him back in because you figure he's going to maybe improve a little bit, and he didn't. And then the
Yeah.
fact that you go into the fourth quarter, I'm like, why is it that you're continually sending him back out there
I
again?
know.
Like and if you're sending him back out there again, get more creative with the run plays. Like
Right.
obviously you were
Right.
moving the ball some, and it had more to do with the run. So do more with the running game rather than have him try to put it on his like. There were throws that he was making, throwing. Then I'm like, wow, like this is just bad,
Bad.
just bad. And then the other guy comes in, and of course there's only 3 minutes and 40 seconds left, and
Right.
he actually moves the ball, throws pretty well. I know that we talked about this a little bit. I talked about this on another show, but it's when you have a backup quarterback come in and you've done something so much in the game already, and now you've got a new set of eyes. So he started to hit other players, and I was happy he started to hit Galladay because I had Galladay on my fantasy team, and
Yeah.
Galladay wasn't targeted at all by Glennon. And then all of a sudden, Galladay got like 4 or 5 passes,
Yep.
and of course now all of a sudden they're moving down the field. So that tells me that you needed the different set of eyes on the field, and that was the problem. I felt like Judge really screwed it up by not. not doing that earlier.
Yeah, I don't know who had the ultimate call. I would like to think it was Judge. So I'm
Better
going
have
to
been
assume.
Judge.
I'm going to
It
He's the
better
assume.
have
head
been
I'm going to.
coach.
Judge.
Yep. I'm
Yeah.
going to assume it was Judge. I mean, those are the things I don't. I to this day, guys. I'm going to be honest. Mike Glennon was 0-5 when he was with Jacksonville last year. Mike Glennon did not. He has not, and he's 0-3 with us. And his career, Mike Glennon is 6-22. Now I know the argument is it's a team sport. The win, the loss record as a starting quarterback, it's a team sport. But you mean to tell me that we put a guy out there 30 was it 31 times? No, 33 times, okay? And he only won 6 games? Why did we sign him? Why did we not keep Colt McCoy? Those are the questions I'm curious about. Because there's a lot of advantages with Colt McCoy. I mean, I don't know if it was a money thing. I'm assuming it was a money thing. Maybe he wanted more money. Obviously, we couldn't afford it because of our salary cap. But it really put this team in a situation. It really did.
Well, and now, I mean, I guess you guys are playing your Super Bowl this week
What against
because
Chicago? Oh no, we got the Eagles.
right, and
Yeah.
and specifically, I got to imagine that your Super Bowl is trying to do whatever you can to make sure we don't make the playoffs.
Well, I wouldn't say anything to make the playoffs. Maybe to say we swept maybe to swept a team in the East. Maybe that. Rather than getting swept. But because as of right now, you are the only win we got in our division, and that
Right.
is that is piss poor. That
Well,
I'm not embarrassed because we are what our record says we are because we need to be better. But if we could at least we could. I mean, and it's nothing even to brag about. To be fair, and it's nothing to be braggadocious, if you will. But we actually have nothing to play for.
right. I agree, except for the fact that you may want to try to stop the Eagles from
Making the
being
playoffs. Yeah.
in the in the playoffs, and that this would be a little bit of payback from last year.
All right.
Yeah, I definitely think Giants let the Cowboys off the hook, man. I really think that you had a good shot to winning that game.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
We did. And to be fair, if I was a Dallas Cowboy fan, I'd be a little embarrassed
Yeah.
because of the fact that you guys had 4 turnovers, and we basically matched you guys in running in rushing yards, passing yards, well combined. I'll have to double check on that. Time of possession, penalty wise. I mean, you guys had a lot of penalties. I mean, I haven't. I did have the box scores up, and I don't have the exact number in front of me. And the time of possession, what was it, 33 and some change, and we were at 26. I mean, it was very
Yeah.
similar.
Close. Yeah.
So I don't know. The defense is on track. All
Yeah.
right, I'll say the defense played very well. Okay, but the offense is suffering,
Yeah.
and I mean, if I was a Dallas Cowboy fan, I'd be concerned. I'd honestly be
Oh
concerned.
no, absolutely. I was gonna ask True about that if he's concerned about that, or I mean, you would have to imagine he would be, because the last couple of weeks, Dak hasn't looked the same.
No, no, not
I
at
mean,
all.
I,
Not at
I
all.
would I would say he probably hasn't looked the same since he's come back off of that calf injury.
That's a fair assessment. That is definitely a fair assessment right there. I mean, at what point? I mean, and I know that when Cooper Rush won his game, and they were talking about maybe sitting Dak out another game, just just to rest him up. I think that would have been a good thing.
Yeah,
But I'll say this, Pork Rind. I'm a very big um, component of. I'm not really worried about the Dallas Cowboys or any other team. I'm worried about the Giants and how we're playing, and I can always overanalyze or analyze the Dallas Cowboys, but the only time I'll really pay attention to Dallas Cowboys is if they make it to the NFC Championship game.
Right.
That will be my concern.
Right.
But what happened? What happened to Heineke? Where was he at?
They were still under the protocol, COVID protocol.
Oh, that's right.
Hey, man. Yeah, I mean, we were missing 25 players. I think we ended up getting 3 off. Yeah, I think Jonathan Allen was one. And then I think there was like 2 other defensive players that came back from COVID. But I mean, we had 7 assistant coaches. I knew it was going to be a loss. I knew there was no chance that we were going to win that game. We were missing too many components. I will say Gilbert, Garrett Gilbert, I think was his name. He came in there, from getting the phone call Thursday night and coming in and just 5 days maybe. I think he played pretty damn good. I was impressed.
It was a 10-point game. I think Philly won
Yeah,
by
it was.
10, right?
Yeah,
Well,
27-17.
and realistically, I mean, I knew that we were going to be a little bit rusty coming out of the gate. So and that's where that's really where you were going to have most of your points
Yeah,
come from.
that's where it all came from.
Yeah, and that's I mean, the 2 turnovers I thought were obviously a big deal.
Yeah.
That first one interception realistically should have been a touchdown.
Pick 6, yeah. Yep.
Should have been a
They
pick
blew
6.
it. The refs blew it dead, though.
Well, and I wondered that even after the fact, like how come they can't challenge that? And I guess that had to do more with the fact that they had
Yeah.
once they blow it dead, you can't
Can't do anything
continue
about
it.
Yeah.
And then doing the same thing with okay, yeah, then you have the fumble. And I'm like, what's going on here? It's time. You got to clean this up here. You got to clean this up. And then, of course, I hear somebody behind me yell, Minshew. And I'm like, are you kidding me? No, with Minshew. You know what I mean? Like, you can't do that. There's no way that you could do that. And, of course, Hurts winds up having a really good game afterwards.
Yep.
It was like, I mean, he threw for he should have thrown for 300 yards. We ran for 213 yards. The first time that we have done over 175 yards that's happened in the NFL. It's only happened in the NFL twice in the entire history of the NFL. Once by the 85 Bears and now by the 2021 Philadelphia Eagles. So these things were a big deal, I would say. And that's how we're going to win in the playoffs. And I then again, I know as you're running the ball, you're taking time off the clock, and the time of possession was 40 to 20. You know what I mean? That's a big deal.
Oh, yeah. Keeping your defense fresh. Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, that's playoff. That's what you want in the playoffs right there. Keep your defense, fresh. And I mean, you guys are setting up for could be a pretty special run.
Yeah. So we'll see.
I want to take a step back, and I got the box scores for the Giants Cowboy game. So they got 23 first downs. We got 15 rushing yards. Now this is what I thought was kind of unique. They had, now keep in mind, 4 turnovers. They had 4 turnovers now. 125 rushing yards. We had 124. Passing yards, they had 203. We had 178. Total yards, 328 total yards to our 302 yards. So with the rushing game and the passing and the total yard situation, with them having 4 turnovers, for me, that's telling me that their offense were not produced. I mean, granted, their field goal kicker, I mean, he had a decent game. And of course, I'm not seeing here on the field goal. So yeah, the 3 picks we threw, and then the fumble, the penalties, they got 6, we got 6. Fumbles lost. They lost 1.
Are you able to see?
No,
Is there the stat that would mean the most is the points after turnover. I don't know if they have that stat. If you're
Oh
looking
yeah,
at
well
the, if you're looking at the,
I'm not seeing it here, but I know for a fact we got 10. They got 10 points off of turnovers. They got at least 10 points off of the
that's
turnover.
and that's good. That's
And I want
good. I mean,
and I
think
want
about
to say
that.
that was the first half. I want to
Washington
say
got
that was
10
the first
points
half.
off of turnovers.
Yeah.
So I
And then
mean, those are
and
the
he,
types of things that are
And
going to
that's what
be
frustrates me. And
important
that's what
moving
frustrates.
forward.
Yeah, and that's what frustrates me with the Washington football team is, I mean, realistically, we should have scored two touchdowns. We get inside the five, and it was second and goal, and I mean we get stopped, and then third down, I think they threw an incomplete pass. I mean, and then you settle for a field goal. It's just the play calling in the red zone. It's got to get better, man. Scott Turner is just, I don't know. He's not. It's very vanilla when you get inside the goal line with this team, and it's just we settle for field goals more than anything, and that's the frustrating. That's the most frustrating part about this.
Well, I heard that you guys are taking some advice from Jason Garrett.
I
uh,
highly doubt it.
yeah,
Any
we're not
any
that we're
advice?
not that bad now.
Any advice Garrett's taking is how to fertilize a plant and how to have that plant grow in the foundation. That's the only advice Garrett would
Hey,
give you.
listen. You could bat about that all you want, but since that happened, we've had 7 games in a row where we've rushed for 176 yards plus. So let me tell you, that plant is growing. Those flowers are blooming, and it has a lot to do with. You could say what you want about all that, but I know that Judge. I guess the games show what they mean, or show what the record speaks for themselves, doesn't it? That
Well, I
Judge
mean,
says his teams weren't going to quit, and let me tell you, I feel like Judge is not putting about the best foot forward by
but
he's
no,
not he's
no.
not putting his best foot
Obviously,
forward there because
well, I
again, you
mean,
guys lose, and lose.
no. The reason why the plant is growing is because you know your fertilizer. That's why.
That's all you got. You can go ahead
And
and show that
and
all
you
you
know
want because
I
you guys
will.
stink out loud. Your team stinks
Yes.
out loud. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah,
You
it
would
just
know what stink is, would you? You would definitely know what stink is.
see, and that's why
Because
you have to
his
put up that
mouth.
little eagle sign right there. That's a fake little eagle sign because you know that it's like a Dallas Cowboys star behind that. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So whatever. That's okay. You could show that picture all you want. Because all it does is hide you, which is what you're doing. You're hiding behind that picture because
Well, I
your
mean,
coach
I
stinks.
could I
Your
could do
coach
this.
stinks.
I mean, I could do this,
Yeah, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because who's
but
second in the division right now? Who's second in the division? And who's out of the playoffs picture?
oh, we are. We're garbage. We're trash. We don't know how to find a backup quarterback. At least you guys had At least you guys had Minshew that was at least won his game. At least Minshew. I mean, well, Minshew was probably he probably didn't get a win last year either with the Jack, or maybe he was the quarterback that only got the win last year when they went 1-15 or 16, whatever the season was. But I do want to throw this out there. I'm looking at the playoff picture right now. I'm not seeing Washington or Philly on this.
The Vikings have the seventh spot right now, right?
Right,
Right
right.
Yeah.
this very
So,
second because they have the better divisional record. They played more
Right.
divisional games, and that division games is how they go first off.
Yep.
So that's why they have the better divisional record, and that's okay. That's all right because they play the Rams
Philly's
this
not
week and
gonna.
they won't beat the Rams. And yeah, I ain't concerned. I ain't concerned even a little bit.
Yeah.
who do
I'm
you
not.
finish? Because you got Washington again, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah,
Week after next.
Because who do you have this week?
who
Philly?
Washington?
We
No,
have
Philly. Who does
I
Philly
have
have?
you. We
Oh shit, that's
spanked the
right. Oh
Giants this
yeah,
week.
yeah, that's
uh,
right. That's so bad. I don't even. I'm like so lost. The problem is no. This is what the problem is. I got so full off of that medium coke that I drank during the game
You
that
didn't even get the
I went to
medium coke
sleep.
because you weren't a real season ticket holder. Only the account holder got it, not even even all the season ticket holders. If the account holder had 12 tickets, he got one medium Pepsi, and that's it. Not even a Coke. It was a Pepsi.
We shared it.
Yeah, you're
We
getting your
had we had,
Sims
we had
in.
we
You
had
were
two
getting your
Two
Sims
straws.
straws
in.
in there.
Yeah, we had two straws in there, gazing into each other's eyes. Hey, like we said in the beginning of the show, $20 is $20. Hey, I'm young and I needed the money. No, I was young and I needed the medium Pepsi. That
But
was
I mean,
bad.
the
That was
fact the
bad.
fact that they can't even do that right. I mean, I feel that just tells me that there is an ineptness throughout the entire organization right now. That's what just the medium Pepsi situation. You give it away to everybody in the stadium
Yeah,
because you
yeah.
got somebody going there. But the fact that you guys couldn't even do that right tells me that ownership has got a problem right now, a big
Well, I I,
problem,
I, I I
and
don't
that
know. I mean, I could say that they're out of touch with reality. I think a lot of them. I mean, I have literally defended Steve Tish and Mara all day today. I have got nothing but like text messages. Oh, they're trust fund babies. They don't care about their fans. They're on cloud nine and we're beneath them and da 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 da. How can you like a team like this? I'm like, whoa, calm down. This is one time. At least let them get it right. Let the Giants organization fix it, and I know they will. I know they will, but it wasn't a good look. I mean, we were 3-9. Okay, no, we were 4-9 going into it, and the best the team could do, medium soda for season ticket holders, like you said.
That's what they gave.
for for season ticket account holders, not
Yeah,
even all
yeah,
the season ticket
yeah.
holders. It was just so poor. It was just so poor in a lot of ways, and that tells me there's a huge disconnect between
Well,
the
has Philly
people
had
working
their
for the organ.
has Philly
Yeah,
had their fan appreciation day yet?
I don't even know if they do fan appreciation days.
Well, what about football team? Have they had one yet?
Uh, During the season,
Yeah.
it's against the Eagles.
Oh,
Um. What
yeah,
what is
they
what
make
what?
sure that nobody gets poop pouring down on them. That the pipes are
That
fixed
No,
for
no,
the
no,
day.
no, no. They
that
hand
they
out
can't guarantee.
they hand out ponchos. That's what they do. They hand out ponchos.
Yes,
Um.
you're in the wet zone
I mean,
or
what
the shit zone.
what did the football team give out for Fan
I
Appreciation Day?
I don't know yet. It's in 2 weeks, so we'll
Oh,
find
okay.
out.
Yeah. Let us.
Yeah,
I'm really curious.
yeah, me too.
I mean, you guys might get a large and one and one free refill.
Well, one free refill. Yeah,
No,
I don't know.
see, no. Normally, teams are really smart about this. They usually give out like a towel or something like a keepsake of some
Yeah,
sort,
yeah. I mean,
not a soda, not
yeah,
a soda.
that's
Right.
not.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we
You
do
know,
that all the time. I
right?
mean,
You know what
we
I mean?
give
And that's
towels
that's.
out.
Well.
And listen, when I go, like when the Jets were there, I got the Jets towel. I kept the Jets towel because, and
Yeah.
I like keeping those towels. You know what I mean?
That's
Like
pretty
it just,
cool.
it's part of the experience of going to the
Yep,
game.
yep.
And most
Right.
times I try to take two because I say I have two kids. Well, really, one I want to use as a butt wipe, and the other one I like to save.
And this was
I know
when
I
Trahan.
saved mine. I
Yeah.
saved mine.
I'm
And
actually
I
gonna
thought that
frame
that was
mine.
cool. Actually, I thought that that was a
Yeah.
cool
That
towel.
is really cool. I like that.
You
That's
know what I
probably the
mean?
best looking one that I've seen.
I didn't wipe my face off with it afterwards. You know what I mean? Because it's like I have you. I respect greatness, and as much as I wasn't a big fan of Strahan, I mean he was a great player. And
Yep.
although he was given the sack record by,
He
Brett
still got
Favre.
it.
Yeah.
He was
he
not.
still got it.
Hey, he
He
got
still
it.
got
Brett
it.
He got
Favre.
it.
Brett Favre laid on the
Brett Favre
ground for
gave him the
that one.
one, but he only gave him one sack. That's all he
Yeah.
gave him. You know what I mean?
Yep.
He had to earn all the other ones. So I can't fault him for Brett
Yeah.
doing that.
Yep.
Because he earned all the other sacks in there. And Mark Gastineau, who cares about Mark Gastineau? You know what I mean? Who really cares? But that's kind of what I'm getting at. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I'm thinking. I mean, I think about is it Isn't there somebody on? Is it somebody on Washington's team that's about to break the franchise sack record?
Now Ryan Kerrigan actually did it last year. He did it the first game against the Eagles, and nobody was obviously at the game for that. So, but yeah, he broke it week 1 last year.
No, no, I'm
That's
talking about for the season.
Oh
Or
no,
maybe it's a giant. Maybe there's a giant who's about to do. Well, no, I guess it can't be a giant because it was
no,
Strahan.
no,
Um,
yeah.
there was somebody that I saw, and I thought it was one of our teams, but maybe it wasn't. That he's got
Parsons,
like,
Michael Parsons,
he's about to break the
the rookie record.
rookie
Yeah,
record.
Mike Parsons. Yeah,
for sacks. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
but I mean, anyways, that being said, I, like I said, but even that, like that was a good giveaway. So even if you like, you give them a towel, you give a poster, you do something better than, hey, we're gonna give you a soda.
Hold on a sec. I mean, the Giants have given out a lot of towels this year, just not in. So, Gabe, if you're still watching, they did not give a towel for Fan Appreciation Day.
Yeah, because Pepsi was too cheap. They wanted to make sure that if they were
Well,
giving away the Pepsis, that they didn't have to give away a towel too.
so I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but you guys work fast food, right? I mean, I'm assuming. I'm just assuming here. You guys work
I've
fast
never.
food in your
Nah,
never?
I've
Okay,
never.
Philly, have you worked fast food?
No,
Okay, so I
but I
did.
have I have worked in an ice cream parlor. So if you're talking about
Oh, okay.
soda
Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay, okay.
and a
So
beer,
yeah,
like I've worked
yeah.
at bartending. So
Gotcha. So I say that to say this. When I started working at Peter Piper Pizza in Service, Arizona, shout out, the first thing they told me was soda is one of the cheapest things that they have in the building, but yet it is so overpriced.
Hmm.
oh yeah,
So the fact that you know the medium soda, and when you brought up the account holder was the only one that can. I didn't know about that. That's news to me.
yeah,
That's
it was
news to
actually a
me.
big deal. It was a big deal by a lot of the Giants faithful.
Wow, wow. Gabe in the clutch. Thank you, Gabe. He's an awesome Giants fan, by the way. No, but they did for opening day. Eli Manning. Yeah, I got the towel for Strahan. Obviously, I wasn't there for the opening day or Eli, but wow, that amazes me.
Yeah,
Maybe. Okay, all right. You know what? I'm gonna be devil's advocate here. Maybe they called the game. Maybe they called the fan appreciation game too soon, right? That I mean, that's the only alternative that they could do. I mean, they didn't. I don't remember seeing any kind of advertisement for Fan Appreciation Day up until the week of.
but not
I
only
mean,
that, not only
So
that. I mean, I don't hear many fan appreciation days for football teams.
now, I mean, we've had.
I did. I
I
have.
know.
I
I know
have.
for a fact we've always had Fan Appreciation Day during training camp, but never during the season. And this is actually the first time I've ever heard of it. So I'm curious to see, what they'll do, if
And
anything.
I feel like that's something that a team who is struggling for a lot of
Yep.
different reasons try to do whatever they can to get somebody into the building.
Yeah.
And I agree with Tank. No, Tank, I agree with you. That's something that should have been planned out. But I'm just saying that maybe that it was like, they woke up on a Tuesday. Oh, snap. We need to do something to draw fans in. Let's do Fan Appreciation Day. But what can we give them? We don't have anything. Well, let's give them a soda. Or wait. This is East Coast. Let's give them a pop.
No, no, we
Nah,
call
Wait.
it soda.
Oh,
We
you
don't
guys call it
call
we
soda?
call
anything
it.
pop.
Yeah, we
Is that because
pop.
I know.
Pop's like.
You'll get popped if you call it pop around here.
Yeah.
Where do you? Well, I know there's somewhere
I
around there
I've
that.
heard I've heard of people in Ohio call it pop.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know. I have a friend that's from Wisconsin, and she called it a
yeah.
pop because
I've
she said
heard.
she was like, "Do you want a pop?" I thought she was gonna pop me in the head. I'm like, "No, I don't want no damn pop." And she's like, "You don't want
Yeah.
it? You don't want like a Pepsi or something?" Oh, you mean soda? Wait, do Minnesotans do they call it soda?
I don't know. I don't live in Minnesota.
Well, I'm just asking a question because like
I'll ask.
like
I'll find out for you.
please and when you ask them, see if they say it in their accent. Like
Yeah.
oh
Soda.
oh no, we don't say soda. We don't say soda over here.
That's like calling something a hoagie. I know that nobody else calls it a hoagie here.
Yes, my mom is from Ohio, and yep, there you go. Thanks, Tank. In the clutch. In the clutch. But the whole Pepsi thing was a scam. The whole Pepsi thing was a scam to get season ticket holders
Not to
not
sell
to
their
sell
tickets.
their tickets for the Cowboys fan. Oh,
Come on, man.
that makes
So,
sense.
so you're gonna trade a couple $100 for a medium Pepsi?
I doubt it. No,
Yeah.
no.
And that's what they chose. They thought somebody would actually make the decision, be like, "Hey, they're giving away a Pepsi, and because they're
Can't
giving
sell
away a
my
Pepsi,
ticket.
I'm going to keep my ticket."
Yep.
You know
That
what they
that
what they
shows inept from the
Yeah.
whole organization. That's what that tells me.
well then in a sense that kind of proves what I said because they knew that the Cowboy fan base was going to show up and show out,
Yeah.
and that the Giants fans, right, the season ticket holders, were so disgusted with the performance on the field that, of course, they'll sell their tickets. Of
Yeah.
course, they're going to make money to pay for that
Hmm.
PCI for next year's tickets, and they were going to, do away with what they should have done was they should have created a bobblehead of the 4 Lombardi trophies that we have and each of the balls that could bounce. That would have been something that I know Giants fans would have loved to have.
You know, that's one thing that I don't ever see given out at games in football is bobbleheads. I've never,
They
at
they
least
did for they did for Eli.
did they?
Yeah,
Okay.
they did for Eli.
Yeah. I was always, I don't know. I guess I was,
That's exactly, yeah. That's still sad. That's still sad. Oh, that's the question though. Was it in a souvenir cup or was it in a plain Pepsi cup?
I have no idea because
Yeah,
you
I
know,
got to find that out.
and
I got to find that out.
none of the Cowboy fans would have been able to get it because you had to prove
that you were, yeah,
that you
Yeah.
were the account holder.
small
So,
holder.
like I said, if you were the account holder, you got one medium Pepsi, and again, it's a medium, not even a large. You know what I mean? So,
Right,
and
right.
yes, you're. I know that even so, a soda costs 13 cents. It costs more for the cup
Yeah.
Yeah,
than it does
yeah.
for the soda.
And the 13 cents is inflation.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
probably
actually,
cheaper.
yeah, it's actually because the syrup itself is cheaper than the soda part.
Hmm.
Right.
But I mean, I don't know. I feel like that it's just straight weak sauce by the Giants as an organization.
Well, okay, yes, it was a poor thing to do, but I know that they will make it up to the fans. How, I don't know. But the problem is, we are in the bottom of the barrel right now, and we've been here even before 2016. Even before that playoff run we had. It was exciting to get there, and then we got knocked out by Green Bay, and here we are again. Since 2012, we started the season 0-2 8 times. And I think, well, we were 0-3. No, the last,
You've been 0-4 for the last 4 years, right?
right. Well, not only that, I mean, we started 2-7, or the best we started was 3-9 for like the last 5 years, 5 or 6 years. It's horrible.
Yeah, the last 3 years for us, we've been 3 years ago we were 1-7. Last year 2-6. This year 2-6. So I feel your pain, Sneaky.
Yeah, it's like at what point do you turn it around? At what point? But let me ask you this, Pork Rind. Your situation's a little different because, and I'm hearing this from a lot of people around the league, a lot of fans, that Snyder is a not a fan favorite.
Oh no, everybody
And
hates him.
well, and I was going to ask, can you expand on that? Like, why? Like, what does he do? I mean,
His just
well, the reason why I asked is because I don't want Tish and Mara to be the same way.
yeah,
But if we keep losing the way we're doing,
it'll
there's
get
nothing
there.
that's gonna. Yeah, there's nothing
Yeah,
I could. I mean, I was trying to be positive when I met him the first time because I thought it was an awesome experience to
yeah,
have that interaction. But I don't want it to get where every time everybody sees Mara, all you hear is boos.
yeah. I mean, Dan Snyder, he means well. He wants to win. It's taken him 20 some years to figure it out, and he really hasn't. I mean, Ron Rivera, other than Joe Gibbs coming back, Ron Rivera is probably the best coach that he's had since Gibbs 2.0. I mean, he had Marty Schottenheimer for 1 year and then he canned him for Steve Spurrier, and we all saw how that ended. He's a good businessman. He wanted he was too involved. He never really hired a GM that could take control of the team. He wanted to buy championships when he, brought in Deion Sanders, Bruce Smith, Jeff George. He was trying to buy Super Bowls. And then throughout the years, there's just bad decisions after bad decisions. And, bringing Ron in, that's probably the best one that he's made. And he's actually stepped away and kind of just letting Ron and company run the show.
Well, mostly
But
because he's got a
Well,
public
yeah,
image that's getting crushed
yeah.
well,
right now too.
yeah, that too. But I mean, the man wants to win. He didn't know how to put a winning culture together, unfortunately. And after 20 some years, I mean, you're gonna bring a lot of negativity, and especially with everything that was going on. And even though he says he didn't know everything that was going on, and I would hope to believe that's the case, but I I know if I was the owner of a team, I would be very well informed on what's going on inside those walls, because at the end of the day, it's your team, and it's going to be,
The buck
your
stops here.
yeah, exactly.
The
So
buck stop. Yeah, because if you're gonna go on trips, or not,
yeah,
not him, but if they're gonna take trips and have these cheerleaders on the
cheerleaders.
trips, that's gonna be the first question. Why do we have cheerleaders with us?
Yeah,
Oh, they're for the entertainment. Okay, for what?
yeah, yeah.
Especially when he knew where they were going.
Yep.
But allegedly, let me back up
Allegedly. Yep.
because
Allegedly.
he can afford a better legal team than I can. So allegedly.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But
Well, who's your
yeah,
GM now?
right now it's we've got Marty Herney and there's two, him and oh man, what's the other guy's name? He
Wait, wait,
used to
wait,
actually.
wait. There's two GMs. How does that work?
Uh,
Okay, okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I thought maybe you knew.
Well,
Trust me.
yeah. Again, I don't know that matters. It's
Hmm.
whether you have one or two. Whether one guy holds all the cards or they work together.
Yeah,
To do that, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, there's always a team that run the general manager's position. You know what I mean? It just what the buck has to stop somewhere. Ultimately, that person gtes fired first. But
Right,
yeah, everything
right.
else is you know it is what it is. So since we got our last 15 minutes left, let's talk about the games coming up this Sunday.
Let's do it.
Starting first, Sunday day football. The New York Giants come to Philadelphia. The spread is 10.
We're
whew,
gonna we're gonna start with us already.
Yeah, because we're the first
Mhm.
game on Sunday.
Oh, okay. Well, there we have it.
So there's only two games that are being played in the NFC East.
yeah.
One is at 1 o'clock, and the other one's at 8:30.
Shoot.
So
Okay.
let's start with you, Pork Rind, since you're the unbiased person here.
Biased one. What's the total points?
42.
42. Man, I definitely think Eagles are going to cover that spread of 10. Um, I'm thinking, I think it's going to be maybe 28-6, 27-6. Um, I just, I wouldn't be surprised if Eagles run for 300 yards.
Okay.
Uh,
Sneaky.
I'll let you go ahead and I want to hear your thoughts.
I think that it's going to be a closer game in terms of the score. I think that the defense is the only thing that's working right now on the Giants, and that they're going to try to do everything they can to stop the run.
Right.
However, I think because of that, I think that our passing game will actually do really well. I think that you guys will not stop. Well, I think we'll get over 100 yards rushing, but I also believe that we will have like a 350 yards passing, and that the score is going to be a little bit like it's going to be very similar to what we had yesterday 27-17, 27-13, uh, maybe 27-9. Like, I don't
Okay.
see you guys getting in the end zone. I see maybe field goals. But I don't think I think it gets away from you guys at the end. I think it's a closer game than that. Yeah, like the third quarter, it's still going to be within reach, and then we score a touchdown like to start off the fourth quarter, and then put it away.
Now, are you saying that because of what you saw the first game of us?
No,
Because
I'm saying that I'm saying from what I saw last week too against Dallas. I
okay,
feel that you
okay,
guys, like I said, I feel like your defense is the only team, is the only part that's really working right now,
right, right,
and I think that that's going to be a big deal. I think that the turnovers, like you guys had four turnovers in the first game. I don't think that you're
uh-huh.
going to have them this game. I think that there may be a turnover or two, but you won't have four. And as long as we keep, as if we could do whatever we can to limit those, we'll win this game. And
Now,
like I
my
said,
thing
I
is
think I would put it under, and I think we do cover the spread.
the thing that worked in our favor is that we had a few we had 6 people out with COVID. We're going to be getting them back. Um, to me, I don't know who started. They haven't made an announcement. Now, I'm going to make 2 predictions here. I'm going to give you 2 sets of scores. If Mike Glennon starts, um, 56 nothing Philly. Glennon's going to throw a
Hold
career
on. Did I
high.
hear that? Did I hear that right?
Yeah, because Mike Glennon sucks.
He's going to throw 7
He's
interceptions
going to
for
throw
pick sixes.
no, but to him, those are touchdown passes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But if Fromm plays, I think it's going to be a lot closer. I think it's going to be 14-13 Giants if Fromm plays.
Well, at least that's different than what I thought. I thought you'd say it would be like 2-0.
Well, I thought so, but then
That
I
you
thought
guys
about
would get that safety and that we wouldn't get any
I'm I'm
points.
I'm, I'm giving you guys the 13 points that we got from you guys last time, and then you guys because you figured we only got 7. Maybe we could get 13. Like you guys will get 2 touchdowns, miss a field goal, and that will be or miss the PAT, and that's going to be the difference maker.
Got ya.
And he hasn't missed a PAT yet this year, so that would be the one.
Yeah. Now, for the record, I don't know Mike Glennon as a person. However, I hate him as a player.
All I can really say about Mike Glennon is he's got the longest neck I've ever seen on a guy.
That he does.
$20 is $20. Oh my
And on that note, he's choking.
And that's what she said. That's what she said.
All
But yeah,
right, the other game.
mm,
That did.
mm.
The other
No, I'm
game
drinking.
is
I'm drinking.
the Washington football team travel to Dallas to take on the Dallas Cowboys. And the spread is 10.5 and over under at 47. And since I'll let Sneaky start off on this one.
I'll start off with this one. I don't care. Washington wins. I don't. I don't care about the points. I just want to watch it. I mean, Dallas already won the division. If
Yep,
you want me to give
Did
points,
they officially win the division?
well, by
they
you,
did.
but yeah, by
No,
you, by
no,
you.
no, 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 no. They did not win the division. It's not
No?
official yet. And the
Wait,
reason
what?
why, and it was funny because the Saints winning this week had everything to do with that. Because right now they have the win on the strength of schedule. But as of right this second, if Dallas was to lose out and the Eagles were to win out, the Eagles would still win the division right this very second. And I don't know why that is,
You
but
got 7 losses and they've got 4, and you play them one more time, right? The last game of the season, correct?
correct.
So yeah, that. So if you beat them, you'll have the tiebreaker.
Wait. Time out. Okay, look.
Okay, then
Only,
yeah, that would make sense.
but when I was okay.
I thought
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I thought I heard that if Philadelphia won, then Dallas would
No, it
clinch
was
the.
the Saints. It was the Saints winning their game
Well,
that caused them to not win the division, and that's that, and that was it. It was funny how that worked out because uh, even with a win this week, Dallas still doesn't clinch if we win. If the Saints win,
No,
okay,
no,
wait. So if the Saints, they have nothing to do with the Eastern
our
Division. Now
division,
hold
yeah,
on. Now if but hold on. I could understand if the Saints win that
for a
Dallas
playoff
clinches
spot,
a playoff spot. I get
right?
that. But as far as the division
so
goes,
because of when everything's said and done, it would come down to tiebreakers, and the tiebreaker of strength of schedule would come into play. And as of right now, if Dallas was to lose out and the Eagles were to win out and do all that other fun stuff, um, the strength of schedule uh, is more dependent on the Saints and San Francisco
hold on.
than it does to have
Yeah,
to do with our
Dallas.
division.
Yeah, Dallas has
Be-
not clinched the division yet. They have not. I'm looking at it right now. The only one that has clinched the division is the
It's
Green
Green
Bay
Bay.
Packers. Yep, and that's
And
it.
it all had to do. And if Tampa won,
Then
Dallas
yeah,
would have won because the strength of schedule would have been less in the grand scheme of things.
gotcha.
And it's funny how it all works, but we're now going to the fifth and sixth tiebreakers because as of right this second, everything could be tied between us if it works out that way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I have somebody who just brought me some notes. He says if the Eagles, here's the Eagles, who the Eagles want to win or have lose. San Francisco, they play on Thursday night against the Titans. Yeah, we want to root against San Francisco, but San Francisco's got the sixth spot, so I don't think that's a big deal to us. Minnesota, who is really the one that holds, if Minnesota wins out and the Eagles win out, Minnesota gets the spot. New Orleans is behind us just because of the head-to-head.
Which is weird because we had what was that? We were in the 7th spot last week, and Saints were looking in. We had the same record, and they actually won the head-to-head. But for some reason, I don't know. It's all kind of it's weird.
Yeah,
It
And,
probably has something to do with the strength of schedule, like you said.
well, and no, it initially starts off with divisional record.
Right.
So the
Right.
Saints had lost in the division where you
Okay.
guys had not, or you guys had the same amount of losses. So it probably then went to
Right.
conference record, and you probably were one ahead in the conference
Right.
than they were. So those are the types of things that we're fighting. That all being said, I think, I know that you guys may be getting some people back, but I don't know that you guys can beat Dallas. I
Well,
want you to.
I'm gonna stand by. Oh well, you talking about yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look. I mean, you got what? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I mean, just coming off of playing a Tuesday night game, yeah, we might get some people back. I just don't see it happening. Going to Dallas, um, the defensive line of Dallas just was all over Heineke, and I mean, knocked him out of the game. And it depends on if Sheriff. I mean, he might not even be back yet, so it'll be interesting. I still say Washington's going to win 21-3. No, I'm just kidding. I
No,
think
go
it's
with
going to be
that. Go with
21.
that. Go with
Yeah,
that.
we'll go with that. Yeah, and True Blue actually just texted me. He also thinks Washington's going to win 21-0. So, yep. Heard it first from True
It's
Blue
funny. I
himself.
got that. I got that text too. It says actually it was like 210 to nothing, but
I didn't see that last zero.
yeah, exactly. I'd love to see you guys pull it out, but and
Yeah,
I feel like the fact that you guys are going to start to get some of those people back from COVID, and for that, it's not going to matter that that you're on a 5-day week.
yeah,
So I mean, realistically, I think that it will take a lot of luck for you guys to win.
okay, yep.
Uh, and
I agree.
I think that you guys cover the spread. I think 10.5 is a lot of points. I think you guys may lose by 10.
Yeah,
So I would definitely take the extra half a point there as what covers. Um, 47, I think that Dallas's offense is weak right now. And that's what's going to keep the game close.
close. Yep,
Yeah,
absolutely.
so I think it could be a 21-17 game if Heineke plays. Although Garrett played a pretty good game,
You do.
I think that he's
I don't even think
not.
he'll be on the roster, to be honest with you, this week. If Kyle Allen's back, I don't see him being on the roster.
Hey, pork rind. When are you gonna be in town?
I fly in Friday. I should be there by I want to say 8
Okay, you coming on Friday, 8 p.m.
Friday. Yep, yep.
What are you guys doing for Christmas?
No idea.
Okay, who's all coming? What, you and the
Just
family?
just my wife and I.
Okay, okay.
Yep, yep.
You like seafood?
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, all right. Well,
What are you having? The seven fishes? I didn't know you were Italian there, Sneaky.
Hey, I'm a paisano. What can I say? Spicy meatball. Oh man, that's good. That was good. I'm still trying to get tickets. I'm still debating if I'm going to go to the game or not. My brother is going to be in town for Christmas, and we were actually talking about possibly going to the game. I haven't even looked at seats. But I'm probably still going to keep that open.
All right. Yeah, let him know.
So, oh, for sure, for sure.
So,
Um, a- Actually, True Blue's supposed to hit me up and give me the section that he's sitting at.
well, he likes to sit really, really close,
Yeah,
and
as
he
do
doesn't
I.
sit down. He's like me. He doesn't sit. He doesn't sit down.
I stand the entire time. Hopefully, I've never been to Dallas, so hopefully the fans behind me don't get too annoyed, but we'll find out.
Tough. I
Yeah, I
say
need it.
tough.
You already? Do you know where you're sitting at?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
section 140.
wait. Tell me after.
Okay.
Yeah, after.
All right.
But hey, that all being said, we've got another episode in the books of the NFC East show. And we will be back next week where we talk about how the Eagles stomped the Giants and that Washington was able to pull the upset on Dallas. And we get to, move on to the final 2 weeks of the season. Until next week, go Birds!
Yeah, Eagles beating the Giants. Let's go, Giants!
Let's go football team.